Well, we have all heard of police agencies doing gun buybacks to get guns off the streets.
But after a 2-year investigation, we've found that thousands of those guns, once owned by police, have been found on the streets at crime scenes.
That's right, and senior reporter Ross Palumbo has the story, and it is something that you will only see on KCAL News. Ross?
Well, we partnered with 2 newsrooms, The Trace and Reveal, to find out exactly where these guns are going. What we found is that a majority of police agencies don't just protect and serve, they protect and sell. 52,000 guns that were once used by police across the country were sold or traded and eventually wound up on crime scenes during a 16-year period. And that number, 52,000, is only the beginning of this story.
Are you the manager?
No.
Are you the manager? Are you the manager?
A gun dealer.
Guns that left here and were used in crimes, though.
Not taking our questions.
Yeah. Okay. You just pushed her.
A family feeling the pain from a deputy's former weapon.
There's no reason for police firearms to be in the hands of young teenagers.
And a sheriff.
It does get frustrating.
Caught in the middle of firearm sales.
The human being is the one that pulled the triggers, not the gun.
That may be perfectly legal.
It has nothing to do with law enforcement selling their guns.
But may also lead to lethal results.
It's a sad, sad state of affairs. You never thought this would be the last thing that you would see.
The Brown family last saw their son here, half a country away in Indianapolis.
His girlfriend called me screaming.
19-year-old Cameron was shot to death.
She's like, Cameron, he won't get up, he won't get up.
His mother identifying the body from a lifeless photo.
And he finally showed me a camera picture, and it was him.
Now, nearly 3 years later, all she has left
This is the best picture.
are the pictures and the questions over how a gun recovered at the scene of his murder made its way here. All the way from Modesto, California, from the Stanislaus County Sheriff's Department.
I don't know how. I don't know. They're supposed to be protecting. They're supposed to be making sure that we are protected and serving us, but now their firearms, how'd they get on the streets?
What would you say to his mom?
So I would say, I'm very sorry for your loss, but my organization had nothing to do with it.
But Sheriff Jeff Dirkse's organization does deal in weapons.
You sell your guns back.
Like nearly 90% of the 164 law enforcement agencies we've spoken with across the country, they legally sell or trade their old guns to help pay for newer ones to safeguard lives.
And that saves the taxpayer money, right? It is a cost benefit to the department.
Sales records we've obtained show they've benefited by selling their weapons at least 654 times from 2003 to 2023.
Every transaction that you do is completely legal.
Yes.
Once you sell this gun to a dealer, do you feel you have any responsibility beyond that?
I don't, because that dealer also does a legal sale. Pistol, shotgun, rifle, they all go to one dealer over in San Jose. I don't actually know why we use that dealer, but we do.
That dealer is LC Action Police Supply, and ATF records obtained through Brady's Gun Store Transparency Project show it's been cited at least 14 times from 2015 to 2018 for things like failure to record all required information regarding NICS DROS checks. That's a failure with the National Instant Criminal History Background Check System and the dealer's record of sale. Those alleged violations prompted the feds to issue this warning letter in 2015, saying future violations may result in the revocation of their license.
Problems in the past?
Out of how many years and how many thousands of guns have they dealt with? No. It does not.
Our investigation found, though, that 2 of those guns that the Stanislaus County Sheriff's Department sold to LC Action eventually wound up on crime scenes. It's unclear how many times they changed hands after leaving the dealer, but one of those guns eventually arriving at the murder scene of Cameron Brown. It's something LC Action Supply didn't want to talk about.
Are you the manager? I'm with CBS.
How's it going?
CBS.
Yeah, you guys can't be in here right now.
We can't be in here?
No, you gotta walk outside.
We'll leave. It's about some guns that left here and were used in crimes, though. Are you following up on all the paperwork here?
Yeah.
Okay. Sir,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
Huh?
What are you doing?
You don't have permission to film here.
But don't assault my
I didn't assault her.
You just pushed her.
I turned the camera.
You just pushed her.
No.
They start out often with a licensed dealer, and those guns end up getting recovered in crime.
The largest and oldest anti-gun violence group in the country says a small fraction of dealers in general plays a critical role in guns somehow getting to crime scenes.
They're being sold legally. Is there a problem there?
Yes, there is a problem. A law enforcement agency may be selling to a dealer that is going to potentially violate the law, have that gun trafficked, and end up being used potentially against you. So from a taxpayer standpoint, that really does not make a lot of sense.
Here in Southern California, several agencies also sell or trade firearms. The Orange County Sheriff's Department right here has sold 3,500 of them. In San Bernardino County, our investigation found the sheriff's office here traded or sold 2,667 firearms.
In Ventura County, the sheriff's office here has sold or traded 472 firearms.
The Los Angeles Police Department has sold or traded at least 855 firearms. And in the past, the LA County Sheriff's Department has also sold or traded 7,200 firearms, but that has now changed.
After getting more than 1,600 firearms from dozens of buyback events like this.
Your whole goal is to get more guns off the streets.
That is correct.
Program sponsor, Supervisor Janice Hahn, was stunned to learn that the county was simultaneously doing the opposite.
You realize that the county is actually selling its guns.
I couldn't believe it, to be honest with you. I'm trying to get guns off the street, and one of my own departments is keeping them and selling them.
But now her new ordinance sends all of the LA County Sheriff's Department's old guns here, straight to the shredder.
Do you think this is making a difference on the streets of Los Angeles?
I do. To get that gun responsibly destroyed and melted down, to me, is as good as it gets.
But within the county, LAPD still does sell its guns.
Are you concerned where these guns you're selling are winding up?
Something Interim Chief Dominic Choi hasn't commented on.
We've been trying to reach you for weeks on this, sir.
But Riverside County Sheriff Chad Bianco had plenty to say. His deputies actually buy and sell their own weapons.
It's just a way to recoup money. The evil person will always find a way. It has nothing to do with guns.
Does anything need to change with how these guns are sold?
Absolutely not.
Has any of this given you pause to maybe reconsider what the county is doing? No.
When you look at the millions of guns that are sold across America in any given year, the gun sold by a law enforcement agency is quite frankly a drop in the bucket to that.
Out of those millions.
And this is him here.
This family felt that drop.
One more gun on the street actually changed our lives forever.
And that has left them with a lifetime of tears.
I just want my voice to be heard. This is wrong. They should do something about it.
Well, again, the movement of these guns from police to dealers is legal. The vast majority of dealers then legally sell them. LC Police Action Supply is legally operating and in good standing, as far as we can tell, with a federal license. Although they would not speak with us, we want to be clear that none of their 14 violations are related to the 2 guns we traced to crime scenes. And we haven't seen anything to suggest that they were involved in any illegal sales related to these guns. The Santa Clara County District Attorney, by the way, is now considering charges after our photographer reported that shove at the door to them.
Okay, we know Angie's doing well, so we're glad about that. But you know, you just said that they go to dealers, gun dealers who actually do legal transactions. So how do these guns go from police hands to a crime scene?
You know, it's such a complicated story, Pat. We spent 2 years on this, and the simple truth is that we and no one can actually trace all of those 52,000 weapons. Just getting the number of 52,000 required a lawsuit against the ATF. Federal law actually bars the ATF from releasing specific trace information. And until that law is changed, no one can know the exact route of all these guns. And most likely, no one can stop this.
well, some laws changed. That's one thing.
Yeah. Thanks for that eye-opening investigation.
Of course.
Now to our never-ending May Gray as we take a live look outside tonight.